If you started investing in crypto now, how much would you have to invest and for how long to become a millionaire? Well, let's crunch some numbers here because it's pretty interesting. I think people don't expect it to be so much so soon. The data when it comes to like Bitcoin, Ethereum, other cryptocurrencies, you have to be careful how you pick it. You want to give a conservative estimate, but also something that's realistic based on previous performance. So with Bitcoin, I started around 2018 for the data because in 2018 it was down over 70%. But if you take the mean return of Bitcoin starting from 2018 with that down year, you still end up with a return of 87% average per year. So let's say that an average person starts with $5,000, right? And say you only invest $1,000 every month. In 5 years, if you invest in BTC, you're going to end up with $1.9 million. Crazy? Well, it's true. 5 years, there's an interest compound calculator online. I'm going to link it in the description. You can go punch in some numbers. Maybe you're starting with more. Maybe you'll reach there even faster. Now, if you kept on going for another 5 years, for a total of 10 years, you would have $212 million. Crazy? Absolutely. You see, the power of compound interest is crazy. So after 5 years, you get to $1.9 million. The next 5 years are a breeze. Now, I get it. There's no guarantee that Bitcoin is going to average those returns. It really depends on when you start. Right now, BTC is down. I think it's not going to go much lower, but it could keep on going down, say, test levels like $10,000. But if you get in now and you invest consistently, you're going to win in the long run because investing in Bitcoin or investing in any asset is a marathon, not a sprint. Now let's look at Ethereum. Ethereum, again, the data, like if I chose just the past 3-4 years, like from 2018, returns could be as high as 500% to 600% per year. So I'm like, well, let's try to do something a little bit more realistic. So I went all the way back to 2014, which was a bad year for Ethereum. And the returns still panned out to be 185% mean per year. So you're starting with $5,000, investing $1,000 per month in Ethereum consistently. You end up with almost twice. In 5 years, you're looking at $4 million. Then you get close to $400 to $500 million when investing for 10 years. Now, that's just absurd money. So if you're thinking that it's too late to get involved in crypto, it's too late to make money, it's not. Now, there's even other altcoins like CRO, Solana, Avalanche. You can understand that just by giving you the BTC and ETH data, those numbers on Solana are going to be crazy. But a lot of these cryptos are a little bit more new. And I think it's a little disingenuous to give you the data when these cryptos really exploded over the past year or two. So it's a little bit harder to predict. How should you invest? Well, a lot of people say most of your portfolio should just sit in BTC if you're going for a full crypto portfolio. I don't think so. I think that sticking with Ethereum is a good one. CRO, Solana, like diversifying altcoins. Those are going to give you the highest upside. You can also throw a few $100s now and then on these smaller altcoins. Now Coinbase and Coinbase Pro have hundreds of cryptos listed. Research the products, look at what the projects, and see what you like, and you can take a chance because those really have crazy upside potential. But overall, yes, most of your portfolio should stick to cryptocurrencies that have a proven history and performance and a very large, base of people that are invested. And Ethereum is a perfect example for that. CRO from Crypto.com, love this coin. I've been investing in CRO for years. I've had returns even higher than Ethereum. CRO is part of the Crypto.com, like the MCO CRO. They're a company now, I know you guys have heard of this because they're one of the major sponsors for the UFC, which seems like a splurge of money, but there is a huge overlap in consumer base with people that watch MMA. There's even a gym in, a bar actually in Las Vegas called Legends. And I covered that. They had their own crypto for a while. The MMA community has a really big affinity for crypto. So going after that target market and having those relationships with that kind of business actually was very smart. Crypto.com is a really phenomenal company and they know how to market their services really well. I know you guys also heard they recently bought like an arena or rebranded an arena for an undisclosed amount of money. It's called now like the Crypto.com arena. I believe it's in Los Angeles. Just crazy deals that if you talked about even just 5 years ago, nobody would have expected crypto to be as much in the public eye. We hoped for it, but we never really expected it. And that just does not mean that we're anywhere close to everyday adoption, mass adoption. We're not there yet. So I really think that these returns are possible. So even if you're just starting out with $5,000, even if you can just invest $1,000 every month, there's still a huge upside potential. This is the new investment for the new generation that's going to provide returns that I don't think are going to be comparable to the traditional stock market. But, you know, to each their own. In the next video, I'm going to talk about kind of expat stuff. I'm going to talk about taxes. Like, as you guys know, as long as you don't sell, you're not creating a taxable event. And that's why these returns are even more possible. It's because you're not paying taxes each year on these returns, because you're not selling, you're just compounding. You know, you're investing, you're dollar cost averaging every month, buying the same stuff, and that's what's really going to build wealth over time. But I'm going to talk about other countries that, you know, don't have as high a tax, that have deals for taxes, like Switzerland and Italy. You have if you move there, you can have a flat tax for a certain amount of years. Then ends up being, you know, depending on how much you make, can be as low as 10% or lower. So there's a lot of advantageous places that you can go if you're heavily invested in crypto. Once you make these millions, right? You want to live on some tropical island? Well, let's explore the ups and downsides of that kind of plan. But anyway, just wanted to make a quick video to keep people, you know, optimistic about crypto, and that it really doesn't take that much money to become a millionaire if you invest with diligence. These numbers, they're crazy. But go to the compound interest, look at them, punch in your numbers, punch in your stats, how much you have and how much you're investing, and see how quickly you're going to get to the big numbers. Thank you guys for tuning in. As always, buy red and sell green.